Welcome, student. This is DAV Moil Public School Sita Saungi. I am Manish Sabri, teaching you social science to class 8. Today's topic name is Fundamental Rights. Dear student, fundamental rights were included in the Constitution because they were considered essential for the development of the personality of every individual and to preserve human dignity. Fundamental rights are essential element of every democratic country. Since we were denied most of the civil and political rights by the British, one of the most important aspirations of the people was that they should have some basic rights which cannot be violated. Therefore, the Constitution of India provides 6 fundamental rights. So, dear student, these are the 6 fundamental rights. First one is right to equality. Second one is right to freedom. Third one is right to against exploitation. Fourth is right to freedom of religion. Fifth one is cultural and educational rights. Sixth is right to constitutional remedies. Dear student, we are going to take more information about right to equality. Here, student, right to equality. First point is equality before law. Means in our country, every people are equal before law. Second one is prohibition of discriminations on the grounds of religion, race, caste, sex, or place of birth. Means there is no discriminations on the basis of religion, race, caste, and sex. Third point is that equality of opportunity in matters of public employment. There is each and every person get equal opportunity in public employment. Fourth one is abolitions of untouchability, and fifth one is abolitions of the title. Okay, dear student, it is all about key point about the right to equality. Next fundamental right is right to freedom. First one is freedom of speech and expression. Every people in our country has a right to speech and expressions their thought. Second one is freedom of assemble peacefully and without arms. We can assemble everywhere in India. Third is freedom to form association and groups. Fourth is freedom to move freely throughout the territory of India. Fifth is freedom to reside, settle in any part of India. And sixth is freedom to practice any profession or carry on any occupation, trade or business. So these are all the right to freedom in our country. Dear student, right to freedoms also include the following provision. Which are the provision? They are protection in a respect of the convictions for an offense, protections of life and personal liberty, and protections against the arbitrary arrest and detention, and right to education. These are the provisions in the constitutions of India. It includes the right to it includes in a right to freedom. Next fundamental right is right against exploitation. First point is prohibitions of traffic human beings, all forms of forced labor and beggar. We can not have the human trafficking. Human trafficking is the crime in our country. Okay. Next two is prohibitions of employment of children below age the 14 years in any factory. We can, here in our country, the factories never give the job to the children who has 14 years or who attain the 14 years age. Okay. Next one is right to freedom of religion. In this right, the freedom of conscience and right to profess practice and propagate any religion. We can practice any religion. We can profess any religion. Okay. Second is freedom to every religious institution to manage its own affairs in matters of religion. Third is state will not collect any taxes for promotions of particular religion. Means there in our country no one can promote any particular religion in our country. Fourth is no religious instruction can be imparted in any educational institution which is wholly or partly mentioned out of the state funds. Next fundamental rights is cultural and educational right. It guarantees to preserve, maintain and promote one's cultures and language. Second is the minorities will be given the assistance by the state to establish the administer educational institution of their own to preserve the develop their culture. Means everybody has a right to develop their culture, to protect their culture, and everybody guarantees to means that these cultural and educational rights guarantees to preserve the maintain and promote the one culture and language. Next last fundamental right is the right to constitutional remedies. Dear student, this fundamental right protect the citizens against the misuse of the power by the government or some institutions or individual. Therefore, the fundamental rights are justiciable, are protected by the court. People can use some writs of their fundamental rights has been violated by the executive order. They may request the Supreme Court or High Court to issue the appropriate writ for the restorations of their rights. The writs there are the 5 writs. Writs are habeas corpus, mandamus, prohibition, quo warranto, and certiorari. These are the writs. Okay, dear student, these are the fundamental rights. So, I hope you understand the fundamental rights. So, there is the assessment on our constitution, including our constitution. Second one is which are the fundamental and fifth last is you. I hope, dear student, you understand the topic well. Next we will meet in this video. Thank you, dear student.